Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Folarin Balogun set to end uncertainty over his Arsenal future by signing a new contract at Arsenal, and then we're going to look at Mikel Arteta in love with Arsenal transfer target who has £43 million release clause. So the first transfer headline states that Folarin Balogun set to end uncertainty over his future by signing a new contract at Arsenal. So the reports are stating that Arsenal head coach Mikel Arteta has convinced Folarin Balogun he has a big future at the club, and the youngster is reportedly on the cusp of signing a new contract. Speculation has been mounting that the academy product, Folarin Balogun, aged 19, could be set for the exit door after contract discussions hit an impasse, with his current deals due to expire in the summer. Premier League rivals Liverpool, Manchester City and Everton have been keeping close tabs on developments, and reports in January suggested the forward was on the brink of reaching a pre-contract agreement with an unnamed foreign team. RB Leipzig, Stuttgart, Monaco were among those registering a strong interest in landing the highly rated England Under-20 international from overseas. Though Folarin Balogun has made 5 appearances in Arsenal's cup competitions across an impressive debut season, he had hoped for far greater opportunities, and all the signs have been pointing to his impending departure. But according to the Daily Mail, Mikel Arteta and technical director Edu have made a concerted effort to ensure Folarin Balogun stays put, and there has been a breakthrough in the club's talks to convince the sought-after attacker to put pen to paper on new terms. Arsenal's current striking options have flattered to deceive for much of the campaign, and Mikel Arteta has managed to win an impatient Folarin Balogun over by showing him he has a clear and realistic path to the first team. The report claims that Mikel Arteta has put Folarin Balogun's mind at ease, and the teenager, who has been with the Gunners since the age of 8, is now confident he has a long-term future at the Emirates. The Arsenal manager has appeared upbeat throughout the drawn-out saga surrounding Folarin Balogun's future, and said he was hopeful an agreement would be reached when asked for an update last month. I think I am pretty positive about it, and every time I spoke to him he mentions the same thing, that he's determined to stay here, that he wants to stay here, the Spaniard said. We have had some really positive conversations with his agent as well, and Edu is in charge of that. He's been spending a lot of time and energy to make the deal happen because it's important for us to keep our talents in the house. What we can guarantee is that we're doing everything we can to keep him. So it looks like Folarin Balogun is set to end his uncertainty over his Arsenal future by signing a new contract at Arsenal. And it looks like Mikel Arteta has convinced Folarin Balogun that he has a big future at the club, and that the youngster is reportedly on the cusp of signing a new contract. And it has been that speculation had been mounting that academy product, Folarin Balogun, was going to leave the Gunners at the end of the season, after contract talks were hitting a stop. But then the likes of Liverpool, Manchester City were all keeping close tabs on developments, and it looks like Folarin Balogun was then convinced by the Gunners, and especially Mikel Arteta, that he has a huge future at the club. And I think it's clear to say that he does, because with the likes of Lacazette probably going to leave, the likes of other players, we don't even know if Aubameyang might stay. So Folarin Balogun is a good shout to have for the future, and this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Mikel Arteta is in love with Arsenal transfer target who has £43 million release clause. So the reports are stating that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has already hinted he could be set for a busy transfer window, and it looks like Arsenal are reportedly eyeing a move for Sevilla midfielder Joan Jordan, with suggestions saying that Mikel Arteta is in love with the 26-year-old. The Gunners were linked with Joan Jordan back in January before Martin Ødegaard arrived on loan. Mikel Arteta would like to bring the Norwegian back next season, and reports have suggested they could take him on a second loan deal next season. The Arsenal boss is now shaping his front line around the 22-year-old, who is clearly benefiting from a run of games for the Gunners. Real Madrid are said to be unsure about bringing Martin Ødegaard back into the fold next season, with talks planned for the end of the season. So with Martin Ødegaard's Arsenal future still uncertain, other midfield targets are being lined up. According to Marca, Arsenal's bosses are keeping a close eye on Joan Jordan, with Mikel Arteta and co said to be in love with his style of play. The report adds that the Spaniard has a release clause of €50 million, which, while at the top end of Arsenal's budget, could be a fee they could stretch to, and it is believed that they have no direct being made with Sevilla, although Juventus are said to rival the Gunners for his signature. With Arsenal's season in danger of unravelling, Mikel Arteta has admitted that plans are already being put out in place to act quickly in the summer transfer window. Much of January was tailored to shipping out the deadwood within the squad, and while he admits more could leave, he has hinted quality arrivals are required. We are planning everything for the summer, they're saying with the board, with Chief Executive Vinay Venkatesham, with Non-Executive Director Tib Lewis, and with the owners, he told Sky Sports. We are very clear on how we want to do it. When you have to change 10 or 12 things in one window, as in January, it's a lot. And that has some consequences with what has happened in previous month and what is going to happen in the following months. We still have quite a lot of things to do, but we will get to the point, hopefully, where it's just ticking off a few things and the stability is there, because you need that as well to be consistent and be competitive. Meanwhile, Arsenal legend Emmanuel Petit has taken aim at his former club, labelling their recent transfer activity as ridiculous, with suggestions it is being run like a retreat. For me, the biggest mistake they have made in the last few years is their ridiculous transfer activity, Emile Petit told Ladbrokes. They still have the power to get big players in, but the way they spent the money in the last 6 or 7 years, who is directing that? I'm just asking that question. Who is in charge of these decisions? Does the manager have a say? Is it his responsibility, or is it someone on the board? When I look at the older players in the team, it's like they think it's a retreat football club, somewhere you just go for a vacation. He added, they have the ambition, but I don't really expect them to win big games anymore. And it's really true what Emmanuel Petit has stated, because Arsenal were poor yesterday against Slavia Prague. They had all the big chances, but they need big players to put away big chances, and I really didn't think they did have that in their locker. And Slavia Prague will be probably ready to play Arsenal at their home stadium, where they still haven't lost this season. And I think Mikel Arteta really needs a huge overhaul, as I keep mentioning, when it comes to Arsenal, and the likes of Joan Jordan would be a perfect addition. Someone that's won the Europa League, someone that's playing in the Champions League, and someone that's playing at the top level in my opinion. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.